Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, South Africa witnessed yet another episode of Law and Disorder, Gauteng edition. Starring none other than the Madlanga Commission's mysteriously disappearing witness. This time, it was Witness D, a man who bravely testified about torture, murder, copper thieves, rogue cops, illegal miners, and a deputy police chief who allegedly treats crime scenes the same way teenagers treat dirty laundry. Shove it somewhere people won't see it. And then, just like every other person who ever gets too close to the truth in Gauteng's policing universe, Witness D was gunned down outside his home in Brakpan in front of his wife and kids. Because nothing says we fear the truth like a drive-by assassination at 8:20 p.m. on a Friday. While the rest of the country was ordering supper, Witness D's killers were placing a hit order like it was a side dish. The Hawks cordoned off the scene. SAPS said we are investigating their favorite template, And the nation collectively asked, so what's the point of testifying again? This is the second witness linked to the EMPD criminal underworld to be killed. The first being informant Yako Honeycomb, whose death conveniently synchronized with suspects getting bail. It's almost like someone is running a loyalty program for whistleblower assassinations. Speak up and die, endpoints, get nothing. But let's rewind to why Witness D was on someone's hit list to begin with. Back in April 2022, he was roped into a cowboy-style raid involving EMPD SWAT officers. 2 SAPS members who probably failed Ethics 101, a security firm boss named Cobus, and an informant who eventually became murder mystery number 1. They arrested a robbery suspect, tortured him using tubing because Gauteng officers think plastic bags have more uses than checkers ever intended, and when the poor man died, they allegedly tried to stage the scene with the enthusiasm of teenagers faking a group project. Then arrived Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi, the suspected EMPD deputy chief, allegedly in a dark tracksuit and a VW Golf like a suburban Grim Reaper. According to Witness D, he told them to dispose of the body, a sentence you should only hear in gangster movies and never from someone with a government pension. In fear for his life, Witness D loaded the corpse into his bakkie, dumped it in a dam, and did what any sane human does. Reported to the Hawks and IP'd. Unfortunately, both offices responded with the South African version of "Good luck, buddy," warning him that the people he was testifying against were dangerous. Yes, no kidding. He reported it to the Hawks Priority Crimes Division. He reported it to IPID, America's Internal Affairs equivalent. By the time he testified before the Madlanga Commission in November, partially in camera because his life was in danger, he had already sealed zama-zama tunnels, exposed copper syndicates, and described police officers operating like a rented mafia franchise. And then he did the unthinkable. He told journalist Yusuf Abramjee that he was ready to go public. He literally said he expected to be assassinated. 2 days later, he was. South Africa doesn't have witness protection. We have witness predictions. The victims themselves can accurately forecast their own murders, like prophets with trauma. Naturally, social media exploded. Abramjee's post hit over 140,000 views because nothing trends faster than state failure. People pointed fingers at Mkhwanazi. Politicians pretended to care, and SAPS vowed to investigate again for the 100th time, like a toddler promising to clean their room tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Madlanga Commission, tasked with exposing corruption, brutality, assassinations, rogue task teams and illegal mining mafias must now explain how witnesses keep dying faster than they can take statements. At this point, they might need to testify at their own inquiry. The tragedy is simple. A man risked everything to tell the truth, and the system he tried to save could not save him back. His death is not just a murder, it is a national indictment, a neon sign flashing, South Africa, speak honestly at your own risk. And somewhere out there, the same people who silenced him are probably watching the news, shaking their heads and saying, "Eish, the country is gone," as if they didn't help ruin it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mzansi Roast News, where we roast everyone from politics to gangsters. Please subscribe, share, and comment in the comments section.